family, a family that pray together, a family that will do activities together, a family that will go on holiday together, a family that will sit round at the table together, eat, share ideas, a family that involves friendship and fellowship. Because when you are a happy family, children are not afraid to say anything in front of their parents. Parents also are open and free with their children. They can discuss many things. In my home, we have a lot of discussions. Of course, because of my area of expertise, my husband is an airline pilot. I am a retired civil servant. I'm a politician now. I'm politics. So we tend to discuss a lot of issues pertaining to current affairs. We try and involve our children in whatever we do. So for me, you must be friends. That is a characteristic of a happy family. Nobody is afraid to say anything. Everybody can speak out loud. They can express their feelings openly to their mother and father. I think that for a home to be a happy home, to have a good surrounding, it's squarely on the role of the mother. You can make your home a sad one, you can make your home hell, or you can make your home a beautiful home if, as a mother, you bring together peace. A peaceful home brought about by the mother is a good home. So as a mother, you must ensure that the surrounding is clean, that children are well fed, both spiritually and physically. You should also ensure that your children are schooled in life. What I mean is, what are their roles? When we were growing up, we were told only girls can wash dishes. I don't believe in that. I think we must liberate our children. A mother can engage them and show them how to manage a home outside that home. If you have good working ethics, you have good praying ethics, spiritual growth is important also. So for a mother, you have to be decent. And don't forget that whatever you teach your children, you are the role model. If you have a dirty home, your children will get used to having a dirty environment. If you have a rude environment, the children will go out there and be rude to other people. If you have no respect for your children, for your husband, for whoever comes, if you don't treat visitors well, that's what your children learn from you. So the beginning of the school of life comes from a mother. You are the role model. You are the mentor. You are the first line of teaching as a mother. The most common cause of conflict in a home is lack of communication, because people need to understand each other. What is the message that you want to give to your husband? What is the message that you want to give to your children? If you can't communicate, very often the conflict begins. Lack of respect, lack of love between the parents, it causes conflict. If you are rude to each other, there will be conflict. If you don't laugh together and don't share those special moments, conflict comes in. Also, if you don't trust each other, you must be confident in the family unit. Lack of prayer also causes conflict, because we must understand that in a home, we must look up to something higher than ourselves. So if the children believe that, okay, I can be rude to my mother and I'll get away with it, without being accountable to someone higher than the parents, conflict comes in. You know, one of the commandments is that honor thy mother and father so that your days are increased. If the children don't honor their parents in a home, there is conflict. If there is no understanding in the home, there is conflict. Also, we must participate in each other's interests. In a family, if I don't take an interest in what is interesting my husband, there will be conflict because we will be at cross purposes. If my husband doesn't take an interest what I love, perhaps it's farming. When it comes on, I start saying we don't need to do that. It also causes conflict. If my daughter loves dancing, I must take an interest in whatever my daughter, my son, my grandchildren, the family unit. We must take an interest in what is important to other members of the family to avoid conflict. Sometimes the conflict comes from outside the home. So if you are a close family unit, you trust each other, you respect each other, you value each other, whoever will come and spread lies and say things about the other person will not cause conflict. The family is the first line of the fabric of society. My advice to people who are in the families is love each other, trust each other, respect each other. Learn to say sorry when you've made a mistake. My marriage, I can say, has been turbulent, but we've learned that if you are able to reconcile, to come together and communicate, that's the beginning of reconciliation. If you love each other, you will not be hurting each other. For example, don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry. I know that most of us hot-headed when we hurt each other. We don't want to accept that I am the one who was in the wrong. Somebody told me a long time ago before I got married, they said, love is blind and marriage restores sight. And I think once that sight is restored, if it is properly restored, it should not break you up. It only helps you to build a stronger relationship. So in marriage, somebody has to play the fool. You can't play the fool all the time. It's a balance. Today, I am the fool, my husband is not. Tomorrow, he should be prepared to play the fool. So it's a balance. And there's an old saying that families that pray together stay together. So I would encourage you that the stronger you grow spiritually as couples, individually, the stronger the family unit. Pray together. Learn to discuss about Jesus Christ. Acknowledge him as our Savior. You will stay together all the time and love each other all the time.